You think the man didn't have a care in the world today?
Only one, honey. I ought to grab a few more minutes to shut up.
Oh, honey, how can you sleep at a time like this? Come on.
Because it's much too early to even consider facing this day.
Not this day, sweetheart. Don't you remember what today is? Don't you remember? Come on.
Well, let me check my appointment book. I'll get back to you, all right?
Man, sometimes I think the wedding would be much simpler if we just let them out of it.
Ah, yes. But honeymoons would be a complete bore. Speaking of which, I certainly did enjoy the preview of Coney Traxxas last night.
Well, I just missed you, that's all.
Well, so much for swearing off sex until after the wedding.
Well, let's just forget it ever happened, okay?
You know, honey, all this time I thought I was the one who's going to crack.
It was just a momentary lapse, Sean, that's all.
Like for another? I mean, certainly.
Absolutely not. This is our wedding day.
Why, you tell me the truth. I mean, how can you honestly wear that white dress with a straight face, huh?
Just what do you think is so funny about this?
Well, come on, it's Miss Pureheart and her fantasy of virtue.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder if this is such a good idea after all.
You mean coming back to bed?
No, I'm talking about marrying you. Are you going to hold this over my head for the rest of our lives?
Yes, I am going to hold this over your head for the rest of our lives. I mean, after all, a man like me has been trapped, has got to fight back any way he can.
Trapped?
Yes, bushwhacked, hog-tied, dragged kicking and screaming down the aisle of doom. Oh.
Well, if that's the way you feel. The wedding is off.
Timothy, honey! Honey! Honey, will you please get back here in the bedroom?
I wouldn't want to trap you.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you're going to be very sorry.
Will you just be reasonable about this, please?
Be reasonable and marry a man that is insensitive like you, not a million
Oh,
years.
come on. Now, can't you take a joke?
You have the sensitivity of a slug.
Will you please just lighten up on it?
Lighten up! Sean, this is our marriage. It's not funny. And as of this minute, there's not going to be a marriage.
All right, now, sweetheart, here, come here. I'll make it all.
Just leave me alone.
No, sweetheart, this is even ridiculous for us.
Yes, it is ridiculous for us, and I am glad that I finally found out what a type of person you are. Goodbye, Mr. Donnelly, and good riddance.
Honey, will you please...
Dum, 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 dum.
Oh, shut up.
Well, yes, I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Well, I finally wised up.
Wait a minute, what are you doing here anyway? Didn't you and the great lover take some vow of chastity?
Well, abstinence makes the heart grow fonder.
You still think this is a joke? I have no intention of entering into the sanctity of marriage, holy as it is, with somebody who takes it so lightly as a joke.
Just nerves, right?
Wrong.
What did he do now?
He calls me a fantasy virgin.
Virgin? He said that?
Yes, he did.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
All I said was a fantasy of virtue, that's all.
It's the same difference.
Honey, I was only trying to inject a little bit of humor into proceedings, that's all.
Well, you know where you can eject your humor.
Sweet. This is not funny.
You're starting to sound like her. How on earth did you get onto the subject of her virtue?
Look, she is the one who came over here at 2 o'clock in the morning, not me.
I withdraw the question. What now?
Oh, you're the best man, so do something, will you? Do something!
Hey,
One word out of you, and I'm going to have both of you arrested.
for what?
For breach of promise.
You walking out on him?
I am running out on him as fast as my little legs will carry me.
Oh, come on. You sure didn't mean anything. You know what he's like. Sometimes he can
Yes,
be
he's
a
a little infantile. He's a little lame-brained. He's a little asinine.
Yeah, that about covers him.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's just nervous.
Well, I think he's certainly got his nerve, that's for sure.
What? You're not really backing out.
Why don't you just show up at the wedding and see? It's going to be very nice. You got it right.
Come on, listen, you two have worked too hard for this, all right? To screw it up over a little joke.
I don't think it's funny. And he's not going to think it's funny either when I don't show up because there's not going to be a wedding. Now, please, leave me alone.
Well, what now?
Let's find you a good dating service. You need a bride.
Yeah. But, I mean, Square?
We'll never be ready.
Oh, we'll make it. We always do. Though I must say, this time we cut it a little close.
Damn fool nonsense.
Oh, Edward, you might pitch in instead of complaining.
I have half a mind to go to the club.
You are not going anywhere. Now, we have a table full of telegrams for Sean and Tiffany over there, and I want you to sort them into 3 piles. His, hers, and theirs.
What am I supposed to be, the post office?
Compared to you, my dear, that organization is a model of efficiency. And after you've finished with the telegrams, I want you to check on the liquor and make sure that they've sent the right amount.
I suppose you want me to catch the wedding bouquet at the same time, huh?
Move!
Well, we are off to the hospital.
Finally.
Oh, Monica, dear, are you sure you won't be able to make the wedding ceremony?
Well, I don't really know. I have an angioplasty schedule, so there's no telling when I'm going to get back.
I only have a few appointments, Mother, so I shouldn't be late.
Oh, you'd better not be. Since Tiffany's parents can't attend, you are giving the bride away.
I hate to think of a Quartermain giving anything to Sean Donnelly.
As long as I'm not giving him my wife.
It's not too late. I'll get it. Wedding Central.
Not anymore, it's not.
Oh, come on, Tiffany. This is not a time to get cold feet.
I would say it's more like a cold heart. Look, I just got home and I thought I should let you know as soon as possible.
Well, let me know what.
The wedding is off.
What? You're kidding.
No, I've never been more serious in my life.
Well, Tiffany, what happened?
Well, let's just say I came to my senses. You know, I think I need my head examined for staying with that man as long as I did. He's absolutely insufferable.
Well, yeah, perhaps he is, but, I mean, you just can't... I mean, everybody is expecting... Just like that?
Yes, just like that. Look, I'm sorry. Would you give my apologies to your family? We'll do it again sometime. With a different groom.
She didn't.
She did.
What, changed her plans?
Oh, yeah. There could be a wedding. She called it off.
Yahoo!
I don't believe it. Tiffany is not going to marry Sean?
Easy come, easy go. If anybody wants me, I'll be at the club.
Well, now, let's all remain calm. I'm certain it must be some silly little misunderstanding. Now, Alan, you run over to Tiffany's apartment and try to straighten this out.
Are you serious? You want me to play Cupid for Sean Donnelly?
Absolutely.
Gracious me.
The show must go on.